the scriptures I want you to be standing on is Deuteronomy 8:18. It's where God says, hey, don't forget, I gave you the power to get wealth. I did this to establish the covenant I made with your grandfather Abraham. All right? Now here's what's important. God's given us the power to get wealth. Power there means the ability. All right? So here's what we got to remember. God's given us the ability to get wealth. He wants us to be wealthy. He wants us to have success. But we got to do something in order to get it. Now here's how God normally has things happen. He's given you the power to get wealth. You tithe, you give, you're believing for increase. He normally increases you through avenues, such as all of a sudden you start a lawn business, and next thing you know, it blows up. You start a website business, you take some time, you learn how to create websites, and next thing you know, business is coming in from all different directions. That's normally how God does it. He increases you step by step by step. This exact same thing happened to me one time. Back in the day, several years ago, I was out of money and rent was due. Well, I looked in my garage and I had a lawnmower and I had a weed eater. I went next door, it was for sale, and the grass was grown high. So I called the realtor's name and I said, hey, I live next door, can I mow your grass? 35 bucks. The guy said, sure, it'll help it sell. So before I mowed that, I went to the next neighbor. Grass was high, knocked on his door, said, hey, I'm mowing the neighbor's lawn for 35, can I mow yours too? He said, sure. I skipped the next house, I went 2 houses down, did the same thing. Next thing you know, I had 7 houses on my street of lawns to mow. Next, I went to my work and started asking the industrial buildings where I worked at. I got several in there. Literally, within like 2 days, I had a new business that paid me $600 a month. Why? Because God gave me the power to get wealth, the ability, but I had to go put my hand to something. So I want you to remember that. God's going to increase you, but it's normally through an avenue. You've got a gift inside you, a talent inside you. You got to manufacture that. You got to use it. You got to cultivate it. You got to work it, and people are going to pay you for it.